Hi, everybody. I have to use my phone again because my laptop, you can't hear anything out of it. And I hate it. So I've only got 25 minutes, so I'll probably end up having to make 2 or 3 of these. So let's say for this one, I want to go over some things really, really quick. There's a lot going on, a whole lot going on. And anyone who follows me on Telegram knows that I follow everything, not just one subject. I cover them all. And it is very hard for me to make videos when my laptop will not record and I have to use my phone. And for some god-awful reason, it doesn't give me much time on my telephone to make videos. And then I have to transfer it from, this to YouTube, and it's a nightmare. So anyway, let's go really quick. Let's talk about the silver. All right? I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just going to tell you what I feel. I feel like if people do have some silver, I'm not talking about mega loads of silver. I'm talking if you have at least 10 or 15 pieces of silver, I think that would be a good start, because when that silver goes up, this may be something that helps you get that house that you want instead of waiting for the payments to come in. Now, I don't know when the silver is going to go up, but I know it is. I'm getting a really good feeling about silver. So I suggest that maybe getting you some so you have it physically in your hand, not digital and stuff like that. And please do not go out and buy stuff if you don't have the money for it. I'm not saying that at all. Make sure that if you can afford to buy a piece of silver every paycheck, then do it that way. I checked today, the silver dollar coins are $34 to $36. That's more than what it was when I was buying it. But I do believe that you're probably going to be looking at maybe, let's say, over 3 times what you invested in there. Let's just say that. You're going to be absolutely surprised in a few years. It might take 5 years. It might take 6 years. It could even take 10 years. But I think it's going to be a really good investment. You'll have it in your hand. You won't have a piece of paper that you'll just have that in your hand. And 14 states of right now are allowing people to pay and buy things with silver. So it's not like you're never going to use it. It's cash, it's real money, and it's in your Constitution. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is all of these earthquakes. I do believe that this is part of Turkey wanting to get out of NATO. And I don't remember if I've ever made a video where I talked about it here, but Turkey is going to leave NATO. And that's a big part of NATO, and they don't want to lose them. So they're being punished. We already know that the bad guys don't care how many people get hurt. We know they don't care how many people die. They don't care. They are hollow inside. It's like total blackness. And it's really hard to explain unless you've been inside one of their heads. And I have. And it was awful. It was scary. You don't want to be there. There's no soul. There's no light. There's no spark. There's nothing. It's dark. It's scary. It's cold. It's awful. You don't want to be in there. So they have no feelings, people. When you're that way, there's no feelings. This is why they can do what they do to children, what they can do to animals. They have no conscience. They don't care. And once people can get that concept that they don't care about you, then you understand how they're doing the stuff they do. Because I run over a dog that runs out in front of my car, and I'm like to dying. I can't imagine purposely hurting a living thing. These people don't care. They would back up over it and run it over again 2 or 3 times because this is how they are. So if this is their mentality, if this is the way they think, they'll do anything. They don't care. It's all about money. It's all about control. It's all about them deserving everything on this planet, and you shouldn't be here. That's just how they think of it. You're in their way. You have to go down a lot of history, so you have to go on to my Telegram channel. It's A Like-Minded People. You can find it there, or you can email me, Jackie39532_2004 If you can't find my page, you email me, and then I'll send you the link. Those are the best ways to find me. It's much easier to follow me on Telegram because I'll do a little bit of commentary and I go through some of these videos. And then you can ask me questions and I can answer you quickly, much quicker than I do on YouTube. But I do keep a check to see if people ask me questions. So do know that I believe these earthquakes are being done on purpose. I believe they're punishing Turkey. I believe they want to wipe them out. But to me, I feel like Turkey's going to say, piss on you, and they're still going to join Russia. So I don't think they've stopped Turkey from joining Russia. I don't think they've stopped Turkey from fighting back. I do believe that Turkey will be rebuilt. I believe it will be beautiful. And it may be one of the places that after all this is said and done, that we should go visit. I really do. It's going to be gorgeous. Do you know a lot of these historical things that are being tore up and destroyed, they were satanic, they were evil. So please don't cry over them. Don't say, wow, man, I really wish I could have seen that. I thought about it deeply, and that's the conclusion I came up with. They just didn't need to be here anyway. And that's fine. It's a fresh new start, people. Everything, we're starting over and everything. We're going to get new lives, new jobs, new homes, everything. Don't sit here and be upset about things being destroyed, buildings disappearing. You can worry about the lives that are lost. You can worry about the people that are suffering. But really don't worry too much about the landmarks because they all have got to go anyway. So I wanted to make sure that you're paying close attention to that. Also, there is a dam that could possibly rupture. We know that a lot of dams are going away because under the Tesla free energy, we're not going to need the dams to produce the energy. So this is going to change the landscape of our planet. Now, when you put dams up, you stop water from flowing. And when the water doesn't flow in certain places, the land flourishes, trees grow, grass grows. And then the water changes the route, kind of like beavers do. It kind of changes the route. So we've done that for a very long time. When all these dams rupture, the water's going to go the way it used to go. So it's like the planet is going to be restarted. You know, like when you restart your computer, when it freezes and you just like, well, let me just restart it. And you reboot it. Think of these dams busting as a earth reboot. So the water's going to go back the way it was going. Places that were underwater will go back underwater. Places that are now underwater may not be underwater anymore. That'll probably show a lot of these things that divers are finding, all these buildings and statues and stuff, because the water probably wasn't there at one time. I'm not really sure, but I am picking up that the landscape will be different. So it's going to be a lot of change. And so people will be moving. They'll have to. We just need to pray that people heed the warnings, that they get out of these places quickly as possible. So do know that is coming as well. So you're going to see the landscape change. How long will this take? I'm not for sure, but I foresee it happening. I've always said that the planet was going to shake us off like a bad case of fleas. And she is. She's shaking off the bad fleas, the nasty stuff. The things that are good, she's keeping. So don't panic and say, oh God, we're all going to die. A lot of people are going to die. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been the only psychic that's been out here telling people this, because why lie about it? Why sugarcoat it? Why try to brace you from this? You need to know this. The more you know, the more prepared you can be mentally, physically, and spiritually. So it's not that I'm trying to scare people. I want people to know the truth. I want you to be ready for what's about to happen. You can't even imagine the stuff that I see. And I don't even talk about half the stuff I see. But a lot of lives are going to be lost. We're already seeing families committing suicide. You're going to see this a lot more. And I talked about that. I said that would be one thing that would happen. You're going to see a lot of things are going to happen with the battling between the white hats and the black hats. And people are going to get in the middle of this and people are going to die. Doesn't matter this is a movie. Doesn't matter that this is all fake. People are still going to die. There's people in Turkey that are dying now because the buildings collapsed on them. Doesn't matter that this is all a movie and some of this stuff is fake. People are dying and people are going to continue to die. So you need to be spiritually ready for this. Remember, we can't save everybody. You save who you can save. You talk to who you can talk to. You pray for who we can pray for. but we're not going to make it feel like it's our fault that we didn't save Bob down the road or June across the street. Everybody has to be responsible for themselves. All we can do is lead them to the water. If they refuse to drink it or sniff it or even acknowledge it's there, that's on them. We did what we were supposed to do. So this way you have a clean slate, a clean conscience, and don't sit here and try to carry more than you can. There's a lot of things going on, and many of you will have very important jobs going to the future. I also want to say that I will be doing readings, and if I can pick up what you may be doing in the future, what your path may lead you to do, please reach out to me. Monday through Fridays are really good. This Friday will not be a good Friday for me. I've got something I need to do. So this week it would be Monday through Thursday, anytime after 10 a.m., no later than, let's say, 7 p.m. So if you want to do a card reading with me and see what I can pick up from you to help you, kind of guide you where you may be going to prepare you, it's not 100%. Readings are never 100%. Because remember, you make the choices. I can only tell you what could possibly happen. It's still up to you what you want to do. If you like it and you're like, yes, this is what I want to do, then you make it happen. If you don't like it, then you change it. I'm not saying that this is going to be what happens. It's what I see as your current direction. So let's just make sure people understand that your current direction. You don't like something, you change it. You always had free will. You will always have free will. That is your God-given gift, free will. So don't forget that. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to me. You can email me, Jackie39532_2004 at yahoo.com. You can email me and I'll email you back, and we can make up a time, or you can join my Telegram channel. That's A Like Minded People. You can find me there and private message me, and we can do a time there. All right, so we've gone over the silver. We've gone over the earthquakes. I'm picking up that things are going to really intensify a lot. Not just more of the big drops exposing stuff. I feel like things are really going to intensify. Now, I am hearing some people are talking about, it's going to be the end of this month. It'll be the 1st of March. I'm leaning more toward the end of March and the 1st of April. That does not mean I'm 100% correct. Things can change. There have been many times that I've picked up that this was the weekend that it was going to happen, and then it didn't happen. And then I'm like, no, I felt it. I saw it. I knew it was this weekend. And then come to find out, like I've said, at the last minute, they changed their minds. So per Restore Republic, that's what Miss Judy said, that several times at the last minute, they had changed their mind and did not go through it. So I know I've been right several times on the predictions of when I thought something was going to happen, period. I can't tell you which times I was correct because I don't jot them down. I'm not trying to write a book or take credit as anything special. I just put it out there when I feel it. It doesn't happen, then I'm like, either they changed their mind or I was wrong. And I think it's been a majority of them changing their minds at the last moment. Do know that they do block psychics like me. They don't want us to get in anyone's head and actually know exactly what's going on. So sometimes I feel like I'm up against like a brick wall or a cement wall. It's like I can't get through it. That's some type of artificial intelligence that blocks that. So people like me can't get through there. That's why no psychic can tell you a definite time. It's blocking us. Remember, everything is energy and frequency. So all they have to do is tap into this energy and frequency and they can block us. Now, because I've gotten through does not mean that I'm better than anyone. I do vibrate at a very high frequency, much higher than other psychics, but that does not mean I'm a better psychic at all. It's just where I vibrate from. I'm seeing things way in advance, and I'm seeing things that others are not seeing. But that does not mean that I'm better. Some things I don't see, they see, and I'm like, okay, now this makes sense why I'm seeing this. And that's what we should be doing. So if you listen to other psychics, listen to what they say. Then if you want to come back to something I've said or something I've said in the past, it should kind of click a little bit and make a little bit more sense. We should be feeding off of each other because everybody has a certain piece of the puzzle. And when you start gathering all those pieces, you can put the puzzle together and you see a better picture. So don't just listen to one, listen to others. And if it just doesn't resonate with you, then that's fine. It doesn't resonate with you. Not anybody is trying to be perfect. We're all trying to do the best we can. And remember, light workers, we're here to help you. We're not here to make money. We're not here to be millionaires or rich or anything like that. We're here to help people. So that's what it's about. God's going to take care of me in the end, and I know that 100% believe that, and you should believe that as well. So, but if you do want a reading, I will charge a little bit for a reading. I'm not charging. There's plenty out there that are charging over $200 for reading. I don't charge that at all. Not at all. That's stupid. That's ridiculous, and it's uncalled for. I get up every day and I go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm off by 10 o'clock in the morning. Monday through Friday. That's what I do. I have a job. I may not work a whole lot of hours, but I have a job. And I'm not charging anyone $200 to do a card reading because that's just absolutely stupid. Not doing it. If you see that owl above me, I actually designed that. Let me lift it up a little bit so you can see it better. Maybe this way. I designed that. I am making posters. I am making magnets. So if you're interested in anything like that, you'd have to hit me up in Telegram. I'm not going to post all that here. The magnets I'm making, let me show you that really quick. I'm trying to watch the time as I'm doing this. These are the magnets. So they're really nice magnets. I'm just selling my magnets for $5. So if you're trying to think of something for Valentine's Days and that interests you, that's fine. And the reason it's $5 is because I have to get them made. So pretty much it's just almost cost. So that way I can remake them and stuff like that. These are things I'm just going to do at my crystal store. No one is obligated to buy anything, people. That is not what I'm doing. Like I said, that's just not what I'm doing. But I just like to show people, and I'm sure everybody's going to want to know what's going on with that owl behind me. And that's the only reason why I mentioned it. All right, let's see. We got just a few more minutes. I want to go back over the black-eyed children. Today, while I was at work, I was telling my friend that there's just something more up with these black-eyed children. They said that they've put alien DNA into the jabs, and that's what's changing these children. This is why they're born with the black eyes. They have alien DNA in them. I'm wanting to know which species of alien. There are many out there that are very evil, mean, hateful, cranky. I don't know what we would use for aliens. So I don't know which one they're using. Are they using the reptile? Are they using another one? I don't think they're using the friendly ones. We'll just use Pleiadians because most people, when they hear Pleiadians, they know exactly who you're talking about. I don't think it's Pleiadian DNA they're using. But I do know that they're not fully human. There's something not right with them. And if you have a black-eyed baby, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm always going to be blunt. I'm always going to be honest. There's something not right. I do believe as these children get older, they're going to be trouble. And the visions I have had is people with bow and arrows hunting them. I don't go too much way into the future, but this one I'm going to. I don't know what it is with the bow and arrows. It could be because arrows are made out of wood, natural, so maybe it's nature that destroys them. It could be the silver arrowheads, maybe silver. We know that in vampire and in werewolf lore, silver kills them. That's a possibility. I did pick up no soul. So these children may not have souls. I am going to meditate on this later on. A lot of times if I get in a bath water and I've had a little salt and I just sit in there because the water is a conduit, it helps me get downloads much easier. But I really want to know which alien species they've been mixing with the human DNA and what it is they're trying to do. But I feel like that they're an empty vessel, so evil entities can enter these children, because if you're just hollow inside, anything can come in and feel it. So if there's no soul, there's no light of God in there, and it's just darkness, it's just an empty body. Kind of like these clones. Clones don't have souls. And you really need to start really paying attention to the cloning. Bill Clinton video leaked out the other day. It's on my Telegram channel, where he was talking about cloning back when he was a president. And a majority of us missed that somehow or another. So they've been talking about doing cloning for a really long time. So you need to quit thinking that clones are impossible, that they don't exist, because clones exist. And when they get rid of all the clones, they get rid of all the people that have transferred their consciousness into body sleeves, and then you get rid of all the shapeshifters, how many people are actually going to be on this planet? You're going to be shocked. So don't think that clones are not real. They are real. They've been doing clones since Hitler's time. They're just now trying to cover their asses. And if you're still on the fence about cloning, the best information you can get is start listening to some rappers on YouTube. They want to talk about cloning. They talk about cloning all the time. You will learn so much from the rappers about cloning, you won't even believe it. I'm still breaking up a lot of that flint in me. I used mullein, elderberry, I used oregano oil and coconut oil. And that's how I got over this. I'm still just a tad bit congested, but I never did get sick. I never did get a fever. I never did get where I couldn't move out of bed. So if you've got this where you just can't get rid of this cough in your sinuses, get you some mullein and get you some elderberry. Add that to whatever you're drinking, preferably a little bit warm. That's going to pull all the mucus out of your body, and you're going to cough for like 2 days. You're going to just cough up all of this stuff out of your body. You need to get the mucus out. Then you want to make sure you're taking the oregano oil, because it's going to kill all the bacteria. The bad bacteria is going to kill it. So this way you don't get infection. I did read that they're saying some of this could be fungal. So I'm not sure if this is fungal as well. But I tell you what, that oregano oil is the bomb. You can actually order some oregano oil in capsules. I use iherb.com when I want things in capsules, because that stuff is strong. And if you use the oil, it is potent, and you only use like 2 drops. That's how strong this is. A lot better than getting the seasoning and seasoning your spaghetti. You know, you just can't open your mouth and pour that in there. So definitely do that. Oregano oil is not going to hurt you. I would do it twice a day for the first few days, along with the mullein and the elderberry. Get that mucus out of your body. All right. So now I've gone over the cloning. I've gone over the earthquakes. I've gone over the black-eyed children. I've gone over card readings, and I've gone over when I think this could possibly happen. Do know it's going to take 2 years after they do this 10 days of educational videos. We're still going to see fighting. We're still going to see a lot of stuff going on, and people are still going to be in shock. It's going to take about 2 years. Within 4 years, things should be normal, or the new normal. So do not expect after the 10 days the power comes back on and you're just going to pick up your clothes and you're going to go to work and everything's going to be normal. It's going to take some time. There's a lot of adjusting that has to go on. There's a lot of healing, and there's still going to be a lot of people that need to be arrested. And there's going to be a lot of people that just don't want to give up, that are hiding, that still need to be found. And remember, they're going deep in these mountains, and they're hiding in the Ukraine right now. So pay attention to all that. So please don't think that this is going to be over by 2025, because you're fooling yourself. It's going to be a lot longer than that. All right, we're at 24 in about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I'm going to get this downloaded onto YouTube. And if I need to, I'll make another video tonight. All right, remember, find me on Telegram or email me, Jackie39532_2004 at yahoo.com. If you can't find me, let's get you on my Telegram. Let's get you caught up. Lots of good videos I've got on there. Guys, we need to get ready. We're looking probably around April 1st for something pretty major to happen. So I will talk to you later. All right, guys. Bye-bye.